That's where I'll make my home, down by the river. I can watch my women grow. Watch my women growing. Watch my women grow. Deep in the valley, Mother Nature's womb. Deep in the valley, wildflowers bloom. Wildflowers blooming. Wildflowers bloom. In the night, the snow has fallen, the cougars creep and the wolves are howling. Mountains rise above it all. Let you know that you're alive. 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 That's an alternate version of Down by the River. Oh, there's someone there on the Book of Faces. Aunt Jean, is that you? See, what usually happens is I wanted to rehearse some more of my Who repertoire. I've got 3 songs. The Seeker, Behind Blue Eyes, and Love Reign O'er Me, O''ER. Oh, there are 2 people on the Book of Faces. Who's there? Don't hesitate to say hello. And the thing is that I almost always get a copyright claim, which demonetizes this episode whenever I play Behind Blue Eyes. So I'm running a little experiment here now, because I was listening to another podcast, and as you know, in our modern age of political correctness, a Soviet term, there's lots of things that you can't say online. It's not swear words or anything, not hate speech of any kind, but just sensitive topics, like having to do often with the R word, which is, well, there are 2 R words now. One has to do with birth defects. Oh, Jesus, I hope I can say that. And the other has to do with crime, pretty much the worst crime you can commit. Starts with an R. And the S word, not shit. I can say that, no problem. But you can't say this other one where you unalive yourself. So we've got to speak in code. But I was listening to this podcast, and apparently, if you don't do any of those, if you don't commit any of those violations within the first 5 minutes, at least on the 2 reviews, you can get away with talking about the subject later. So we're almost at 5 minutes right now. So I'm going to end this one up with the Who cover. All right, so how's everyone doing? All right, I'll finish this one. Oh, Pablo Picasso. He's got a couple sayings. I just heard this one, which was really poignant, I thought. I'd never heard it before. It's attributed to him, so who knows if it's really he who said it. But it's, the purpose of life is to find your gift. And the meaning of life is to share it. I like that, huh? Apropos quoi. And then there was another one where it was like he was talking about how does he know when a painting is finished. He says, what I do is I turn it around. So I set it against the wall, turned around. And then, amazingly enough, the next time I come over and turn it back around to have a look, it's finished. And so that sort of happened with me with this one I've been working on for a while. It's this canvas that I recycled, this linen canvas, 75 by 75 centimeters. You see I had to sew it up a little bit. And I teased it yesterday, but I think I finished it last night. I stayed up way too late. I've got it almost all on film. Ah, Aster, how are you doing? Have you been here the whole time? So I'm hesitate to give the reveal because I haven't put it on the socials and a better image on the socials. But since you are, Aster, and whoever else is there, are a rather exclusive crowd, so I don't mind sharing a little bit of a preview with y'all. But here's like, oh, it's kind of blown out, but you can see here's a little bit of texture. What I was doing was going for what's called neo-expressionism, and which contains aspects of expressionism and impressionism, and also figurative art, which means, you know, like portraits and things that look, what we would colloquially say, realistic. And what else was it there? Well, I would call it art brut. And so, anyway, here it is. Boom. So what I did was actually followed the master of neo-expressionism, Jean-Michel Basquiat, John Michael Basquiat, and actually the background of this is a reinterpretation of the background of his painting, which is called The Warrior. And interestingly enough, it was the highest. Well, I read an article said it was the most a painting has ever sold for in the Asian market. So it was sold for over 100 million Hong Kong dollars. I don't know the figure exactly, but it seemed pretty impressive. I don't know how much a Hong Kong dollar is worth. And so the background is a reproduction of that. What I did was I studied the painting. I zoomed in. It was a really nice, large JPEG, and so I was able to like sort of pick apart the timeline of how he put it together. You know, which paints went down first and so forth. And so I pretty much tried to emulate that. And if you look at the painting, it's called The Warrior by Jean-Michel Basquiat. You can see that he started in the background. He's really into human skulls, and you can see in the background that he started one, but then painted it over and started again with a figure in the middle. But so what I did was I just was looking for a human skull to start that off after I got the background painted in. And I couldn't find, oddly enough, a 3/4 view of a human skull, which is what I was looking for. But this popped up. This ram's skull popped up. And so so I decided, oh, that's a pretty striking image. And then I was going in The Warrior, there's a figure right there. It's a rather naive, is what we call it. You know, like a block with 5 marks, which makes a hand and so forth. And I decided after, I set this again. So I was working too late last night. There's acrylic paint in here, and there's colored pencil, and there's a paint marker, and so forth, and pencil, graphite stick. And I decided that I was going to have to go to bed. And so when I woke up this morning, it was finished. Let's say I'm going to have better resolution images of this on my socials pretty soon here. But you've got the sneak peek. How about that? And I've come up with a super creative title for this. It's called Ram's Skull, or it sounds better in French, which is Le Grain de Bélier. Voilà quoi. So I hope you enjoy that. So now let's listen to some Who. See if we get a copyright claim. I could do it with the Seeker either. Anyone have a preference, the Seeker or Behind Blue Eyes? This is there's gonna be an open mic this Thursday, which I may or may not attend. We'll see how I'm feeling, where I am, what sort of obligations are involved. No one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man behind blue eyes. No one knows what it's like to be hated, to be faded, to telling only lies. But my dreams, they aren't as empty as my conscience seems to be. I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance that's never free. No one knows what it's like to feel these feelings like I do, and I blame you. No one bites back his heart and all of their anger. None of this pain and woe will show through. But my dreams, they aren't as empty as my conscience seems to be. I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance that's never free. Yeah. Excuse me. When my fist clenches, crack it open before I lose my cool. When I smile, it's bad news. Oh, I laugh and I act a fool. And if I swallow anything evil, put your feet down my throat. If I shiver, please give me a blanket, keep me warm, make me wear your coat. No one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man behind blue eyes. Oh my God, I went way over. Okay, thanks for coming. Oh, thanks, Aster. Very nice. Thank you. Bisous.